What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you love unsolved mysteries, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future episodes. On to today's case. KRISTAL REISINGER was a beautiful 29-year-old young mother from Arizona. She reportedly had a very troubled childhood and decided to relocate to Denver, Colorado. In October of 2011, KRISTAL met a guy named Elijah Guana. 2 years later, the couple gave birth to a baby girl named Akasha. KRISTAL studied at Western Colorado University, where she also taught a course in psychology. But KRISTAL didn't like the city and felt that it was a very toxic place for her. She really enjoyed nature and was looking to move someplace more spiritual. In spring of 2014, KRISTAL moved to Crestone, leaving her daughter behind with Elijah. Crestone is a small town of only 143 people. It's known for its spiritual centers and described as a spiritual hub. KRISTAL went there looking to find peace and happiness. It was a very hard decision for everyone and the couple to make together, but they decided that KRISTAL would go alone and that Akasha and Elijah would join her later. She just felt that this was really the best thing for her at the time. While living in Crestone, KRISTAL worked at the Crestone Brewery and sang in a band. After the move, KRISTAL kept in close contact with Elijah and Akasha. She spoke with them almost every day. According to Elijah, she was calling them and talking with them on the phone all the time. There wasn't a time when she was not talking to Akasha, so she stayed in pretty close connection with her family, although she was apart from them. In July of 2016, KRISTAL became mysteriously silent. Despite numerous attempts from Elijah, days went by with no response from KRISTAL. Friends and family naturally started to worry since they hadn't seen or heard from her in days. Ara McDonald, KRISTAL's landlord, reported her missing on July 13th, 2016. It just so happened that Ara went by to pick up the rent. It was that time of the month, and KRISTAL was not answering or responding. Ara immediately felt something was wrong, and that is when she decided to contact police. Initially, investigators were not thinking that KRISTAL's case was a missing persons case. At that point, they had no warrant to search her place, so they just called around and tried to talk to people in town and see if anyone had seen her. When her boyfriend Elijah joined police in Crestone to look for KRISTAL, this raised enough concerns and alarms for police to then go and get a warrant to search KRISTAL's apartment. Once inside, investigators found some really strange, peculiar things. First off was that it seemed as though KRISTAL had just bought groceries the day before. If she was planning to leave somewhere, why did she purchase groceries the day before? KRISTAL's clothing, her shoes, her cell phone, and medication was all still in the apartment. Nothing looked at all out of place. It seemed as though she just poofed out of thin air. Like, her shoes are still at home, her cell phone is still there, she bought groceries the day before, her medication is still there. Like, this told police that she probably wasn't planning to leave on her own will, and that if she was missing, it was because of some sort of foul play. Canines, helicopters, and search volunteers were brought in to help find KRISTAL. But the search produced no new leads. Some locals report that on July 18th, 2016, KRISTAL attended a drumming ceremony held in a campground on the outskirts of town. Elijah says that days before she vanished, KRISTAL called him and it wasn't good. According to him, KRISTAL was very distraught and upset, and she claimed that a group of people had drugged and raped her. The guys KRISTAL say were directly involved in her rape has strong ties in a drug market that goes back and forth directly from Crestone to Denver. And KRISTAL decided to do something about it. She really wanted to hold these guys accountable for what they had done to her. Police started to question if the rape had anything to do with KRISTAL's disappearance. Elijah wasn't the only one that KRISTAL confided in about the rape. She also spoke with her landlord, Ara. Ara told police that KRISTAL wasn't the first one to report an incident like this. It had been going on and occurred with a few different women in their town. Authorities believe that someone at the drumming ceremony knows what happened to KRISTAL that night and is treating KRISTAL's disappearance as a suspected case of foul play rather than a missing persons case. A $20,000 reward has been issued for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for her disappearance. If you have any information regarding KRISTAL REISINGER's disappearance, please call the Saguache County Sheriff's Office at 719-655-2544. That's 719-655-2544. There's a few things that kind of raise red flags to me when researching this case. There was just a few things. I do feel like we aren't getting all of the information. I feel like a certain picture wanted to be painted about Crystal, so all of the information wasn't really released, if that makes any sense. And I mean no disrespect to the family, Crystal, or her friends, or even the authorities and police that are involved. However, I feel like they're hiding something. So some parts of the story seem out of place, like some pieces to this puzzle is missing. I feel like we don't have all of the information about particularly what Crystal was really into and what she was actually doing in Crestone. But really though, like, what was she doing there? My questions would just be, why did she move to Crestone without her daughter? Without her baby? What was she doing in Crestone? What that she could not take her child with her? For her to move there, it wasn't like she was going on a spiritual retreat and she was leaving her daughter behind with her father. That's one thing. But no, she moved, you guys, to another city. For me, the answer that they're giving, that she moved to Crestone because for like spiritual healing, that lifestyle, I understand that. Like, trust me, I am one to understand that 110%. Like, I feel her on that. But that is not enough of an explanation of why she left her daughter and boyfriend behind. Like, why couldn't they all move together? Why couldn't she wait? And if she didn't want to wait, why didn't she at least take her daughter with her? Like, that makes no sense. I don't know any mom that's like, yeah, well, you know what? I'm done living in this town. I don't really like this town. It's a toxic. I feel that, the city is toxic. Okay, but you're going to leave your daughter in the toxic city while you go to the spiritual town? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comments down below. But when I was watching Investigation Discovery's interview of Elijah, the boyfriend, and he said something to me during the interview that was really eye-catching as well. He said that, after she moved, we would be in close contact with each other, and we were talking about setting up like a business out there, or how we're going to make a business there. And it's like, those are things that you figure out before you move to another place. But anyway, what kind of business were they talking about running here? Honestly, like, what were they really into? I don't know. It's a small detail that to me kind of like, wait, I thought she moved there for spiritual healing. Why was it so important for her to go there that quickly? Like, she had to go immediately. It makes me think that she was doing something else. Sure, she was working there at the brewery, and she was singing in a band, and maybe she was into I don't want to say it, but like, maybe she was into some other kind of business. There was something that made her leave immediately like that. And I think that Elijah knows more than what he's saying about the reason why she actually left like that and had to leave like that. The other red flag that just like shooting through the roof, and I feel like all of you guys are gonna probably feel the same way, is why didn't her boyfriend, Elijah, call the cops and report her rape when she called him the night before and told him what happened to her? Why wasn't he alarmed enough to make a police report? Why didn't she make a police report? Why didn't anybody report this rape? I'm just like, okay, she told 2 different people that she had been raped, drugged and raped by a group of people, and nobody said anything. My guess is the reason why her boyfriend didn't say anything is because they were into something that they should not have been. And the only reason I can think of why you wouldn't want to call the police and report something like that is because there's dirt on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Perhaps they were in some shady, dangerous business and got caught up with some really dangerous people. She had already decided that she was going to do something about it. I'm wondering what she was planning and how she was planning to do something about it. How is she planning to hold these people accountable? Had she called the cops and made a police report? Where is that report? Maybe it is out there and I just didn't find it. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. But that's all I can think. The other thing is her landlord/friend knew about it as well and said that this had happened before to other women in their community, in their town. So this was like something that was kind of going around and people were saying, be careful, don't stay out after this time, don't go out on this side of the town. So it was kind of known. The only reason I think she maybe didn't speak up and tell, maybe she didn't feel it was her place. That does make me feel like this case does involve foul play. I feel like this is something very, very deep in that town. I do believe that the rape is linked to her disappearance. I don't blame the family and friends for this, but a lot of times the victim's family and friends don't want their personal lives put out there because they don't want the victim to be seen in a certain light, in like a negative light. But this also doesn't really help investigators in finding out what exactly happened to them the quickest. Like, if investigators knew more about Crystal's personal life, they might be able to figure out this case sooner. They might be able to come up with an arrest. They might be able to make an arrest sooner. They might be able to find her. Who knows? But there's a lot of theories out there also about this case, that she fell into some cave. There's like these big caves or dunes out there, and there are theories that, all kinds of theories, that she was murdered by these group of people and put out there and da-da-da-da. But these places were searched, and her body it's nowhere, and it's so much land, it would probably take them years to search every inch of the land, and still it's so much work to be done on this case. And I think the first thing that needs to happen is that people need to be forthcoming and honest about what they know, because I feel like almost everyone around this case knows more than what they're saying. Those are my thoughts, theories, and opinions only, all right? So don't come for me. Be respectful in the comment section down below. That is what we are here for, to discuss the case. Thoughts, ideas, and opinions just thrown out there. What do you guys think about this case? What did happen to Crystal Reisinger that night? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you like videos like these, check out my last episode. I will leave a link on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future episodes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!